Happy Wednesday, everybody. Welcome to Wooper Watch. I am your host, Cyanize, and I'm here with my co-host, Mystic Gengar, Aidan.
Yeah, wow, oh my god, all this time and you still can't even get it right. It's been 2 months, Cyan. Two
Yeah.
months.
I went in with the goal of, okay, I'm going to do this intro right, so that way everybody has a gold standard to look towards whenever I do it, and I still found a way to mess it up.
I'm the only one who gets the intro right nowadays. God,
Yeah.
some podcast host you are, buddy.
Yeah.
He's like slaps you upside the head in real life and definitely not through a Discord call. Shablam.
Hey, maybe soon that'll be a new Discord feature when Discord decides to add actually decent features to the app.
Yeah, like that new mobile layout. Ugh, terrible.
I've gotten used to it, but
yeah, it's a bit of a mess.
Right.
Anyway, so Cyan, how's life, buddy? You hanging in there?
Oh man. Okay, well, I'm just gonna get this out of the way so I can actually be positive and happy. Okay, man. I'm struggling.
I got nothing.
Yeah, all that build up. I don't know what happened or when it happened, but my tailbone, and it's for context, this is like the bone, like the theory that we've evolved from like monkeys and all that. So we
Where
have.
Are you going with this?
I'm trying to explain what a tailbone is. Jesus. But basically, we all have a bone in our pelvis area that was left over from when we used to be monkeys, allegedly, and it doesn't really do anything now. It doesn't really serve a purpose, and it's mostly kind of useless now. I bring this up because my tailbone is hurting, and I don't know why, and it's been getting worse the past few days, and I'm crying. I can't sit down properly, and it hurts recording this podcast. Anyway, I'm sorry for being depressing.
See a doctor!
I will. Work has been slamming me. Also convention, but
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, I was hoping it was gonna go away, and I kind of want to give it another week, but I don't know. Yeah.
Do you say another week? It's been hurting consistency for like a week.
Yeah, I
feel like that's cause to go to a doctor.
Yeah, it's just because then what is it? Then they're gonna have to like look around your butt area, and it's whew.
What does that imply? It's just like nuclear radiation down there.
No,
oh, God.
No, but I mean,
no.
But,
is that one clip from SpongeBob where it's like SpongeBob and Patrick are looking down the zipper into the Flying Dutchman's dimension?
Oh my God.
You know what I'm talking
about? Okay, I can't be that bad, but I mean, look, I can't be the one who's like a little embarrassed to have another guy just look down your area.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, so I'm kind of putting it off, being like, okay, maybe I can endure it just a little bit longer. Look, man, what is that? What was that thing where the guy puts like a rubber glove and then like, I'm scared for that when I become an adult, basically. So if I have to do it early or something akin to that, oh boy.
When I become an adult, you're 20.
No,
you
like
mean when?
I mean like 30s to 40s, like whatever the.
Yeah. Oh, I know. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. That shit's gonna terrify. I'm literally. I don't know if you saw the Family Guy episode on it, but Peter Griffin was so terrified of doing it, and I would be too, honestly.
Yeah, honestly, I can't blame him.
Yeah. Oh man, I don't know if you guys are into that. I don't know. Anyway, I'm sorry for talking about it. I outside of that,
that's one hell of an opening.
Outside of that, I'm doing good though. Mystic, what do you have to say? I bet you can't beat my awesome story.
This week has been a complete mess of ups and downs. Like, it was like so up at first. It was like, yeah, 3,000 subscribers to your group, and then I got hit by like the worst wave of burnout. Like, absolutely miserable. Like, I don't want to touch my phone. I don't want to open YouTube Studio. I don't even want to play video games at this point. Like, the point of this week, what I was going to do is I was going to absolutely maximize. I was going to go live every single day that I possibly could. I was going to finish Persona 3 Reload, just marathon of this week. But here's the thing. I just am not. Like, I've been deliberately avoiding opening Studio other than just check, like, yeah, shorts out. Like, I don't know, man. I'm just like, my brain is telling me, you need to do the thing like workaholic brain that I kind of developed over the last 2 months, basically. Yelling at me, dude, you got to do this, 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 and this. Finish the game to get ready for the podcast episode after the next one. It's like,
Yeah.
I don't want to, though.
No, I mean,
But
hard,
and, like,
hard relate.
I canceled.
Hard relate.
I had to, I was actually going to stream Fortnite with Novice on Wednesday because, you know, the whole thing where it's like new, you know, it's like the last day of the season, but we were going to do the whole reward for the race. And then I was like, I decided I just cancel it because it's like, even when that day comes, I'm going to be like low key, almost borderline depressed to do that. So, and then my dad was like, just after I sent him the message cancel, I was like, hey, do you want to go to an arcade Wednesday morning? I'm like, well, I got nothing better to do. And that was like, we were so back out, just going out of we were so down. And then I got home. And I don't know. I've just been like kind of all over the place. Like Friday, went to that prom thing, posted the suit on Twitter. I'm a dapper man. And then like, I don't know, we were so up again. But today, I'll be honest, was just pretty rough. And we were so down. So I've been all over the place, man.
Right. I mean, I would make fun of you considering you went to an arcade and then you're just sad depresso after that. Like, how does that make any sense?
It's like, dude, it's like I had the time of my life and I got home and I literally couldn't even pick up a controller. Like, I just sat there and like the only thing I did all night was just kind of ponder to myself and play a Pokemon Pinball on my Game Boy Advance that now has a working charger. So we're so back than ever.
Did
love
you just
Pokemon
open it?
Pinball.
Did you just
Maybe.
open the game on?
Maybe
The recording got that.
Oh, did it? Is it picking up my Game Boy Advance SP?
Mm-hmm.
Is it?
Thanks for demonstrating.
I'll turn it off. Maybe I perfectly timed that. Maybe I was. You know.
Yeah. Anyway,
yeah, it's been a mixed bag. Like I know I should probably do a Sunday stream, but also my brain's telling me, no. Nah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's been a mixed batch.
I feel that, except it's just like, oh, please get through the pain, get it done, so that way you can go back to grinding again. Because goodness gracious, I've been going a week without a video, even though I said I was gonna do every week without a video. So I kind of feel it.
Yeah, it's kind of like I completely get you, man. Because there's been weeks where I've been too sick to even put out shorts or whatever. And it's like, ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, speaking of like socialness and like having limited time, guys, Persona, it's literally real life as a game.
Yeah, I know, right? And they're doing the answer. The answer is coming.
It's a DLC for Persona 3 Reload.
Okay, hold up. Real quick, I just would like to clarify the existence of the answer at all in the plot details of it completely spoils the ending of base Persona 3. If you have not finished Persona 3 Reload yet, I would recommend not even Googling any details because they literally spoil it in the trailer for the answer. So if you have somehow not gotten it spoiled yet, I don't know, skip ahead a couple minutes.
Yeah, I didn't really think about it, and I'm not gonna like talk about the DLC itself, but like it's hard to imagine making sequels for stuff that like heavily take elements from like previous events of a game or like in the same game and like try to advertise it without spoiling.
Yeah,
like,
I was gonna say they literally couldn't, but like the answer is just like the thing that everyone was like, yeah, this is missing from the base game. Like literally, even in the announcement video, because they did like the announcement trailer and then they did a separate presentation interview thing after where he was like, yeah, this was gonna be in the game, and then we had to cut it for time.
Yeah.
It's like that probably explains why it didn't take too long, man. They were like, we're already halfway there. Let's just finish it up and release it as DLC, which, like, can't say I blame them.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. Oh, and also, is it the spoiler if I talk about the day it was posted or?
I mean, you saying that's a spoiler, at least everyone gets the message. So.
Okay, well, they
happened on a funny day. We'll leave it at that.
They posted it on a funny day. That's all you need to know.
That's all you need to know. If you haven't finished the game, don't think about it too hard.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I guess I should give a warning here because I know either a lot of our viewers are going to tune out or they're going to watch it and then be absolutely angry at us when it shows up. But the next Wooper Watch episode, we're going to focus specifically on Persona 3 Reload and our experiences with it. So if you guys are delaying playing that game or if you're interested...
we will be spoiling it after the news section ends there.
Mm-hmm.
Just, we'll say it again when we get there. but we're just letting you know in advance.
Yeah, I thought it'd be a good time to do that because I mean we have various episodes regarding games we want to talk about like that, and I mean like okay, I get it. I know I don't want to spoil things for people, but also I do want to talk about it. You know, it's yeah, it's
We'll
a
get
big
there eventually.
yeah, it's a big game. It warrants its own episode. I think it'd be a fun episode to talk about. I don't know.
I just gotta progress more first.
Yeah, I've already finished, but Mystic, he's almost done. He's almost there.
I'm more at the midway point rather than almost done, I'd say.
Oh,
I'm
boy.
still in October, if I'm not mistaken. But I finished Portable. I know where I'm going with this. Mostly.
Yeah. Anyway, speaking of, I tried to, yeah, I was trying
Speaking
to
of
like,
mid?
I was trying to like transition it, and then I was like, wait a second, I can't transition peak to mid. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, if we're talking middle of game to mid, Princess Peach Showtime demo came out, and I'll be upfront, I have not played it. Have you?
Me neither. I haven't had time.
I did watch, however, I will say, I did watch other people play through it, and the results seem to be like, okay, this game has very pretty visuals and like good Luigi's Mansion vibes. The problem is that apparently the gameplay is extremely just passable.
It's a
Like,
Barbie
it's
game.
not bad. It's not like, I guess, yeah. I mean, I guess it's Barbie game. It's not like outright a mini game collection because the gameplay is like high quality and stuff that you can tell this is obviously put together by a team that knows what they're doing. It's a competent video game, but it is not anything special.
My only knowledge on this game is Arlo's video. But he pointed out how like, yeah, Nintendo makes a lot of games that are for everybody. This game is like specifically for children and specifically young girls who
Yeah.
wait, the tagline is like you can do anything, you can be anything,
Did you see the developers, because they found them in the files of the demo?
Found who?
The dev team that did it. It's Goodfeel, the guys who did the Yoshi games.
Oh, I thought you meant like they found Mario.
They found Mario in real life in Kyoto, Japan.
They found
him.
him.
They found the Super Mario.
A Mario sighting in your local Japanese country.
Finally. But no, yeah. The game is it's made by Goodfeel, which man, Yoshi's Crafted World did so bad they didn't even want to put him in the credits of the game. That's crazy, bro.
Crazy.
That's wild.
I thought it was Luigi Mansion 3 devs. Nothing would have
No,
in that
it's
game.
not next level. It's not next level.
Nothing in that game would have suggested Goodfield.
Yeah, the thing is though is that now knowing that the game actually plays boring as sin, yeah, that explains a lot. Yeah.
Hey.
Yoshi's Crafted World, huh?
I agree with Crafted World. Woolly World's the GOAT. I will die on that hill. I love Woolly World.
Yeah. Though I will say, I am fully convinced in my conviction from last time that for the audience this game is specifically intended for, it is going to be a slam dunk. But this game is going to get demolished by everyone else.
Yeah.
Like, this game is going to be considered, like, it's definitely going to fall in the realm of games that are technically competent video games, but, like, why would I play this?
It's so, like, I feel bad for Nintendo because, like, as fans, and, like, you can point at, like, Labo and, like, 1-2 Switch and, like, all those games. Like, we look at these games, like, objectively. We look at them as, like, gamers and, like, we want to play the majority of them. And then for, like, games like this, we have to, like, step back and be like, I don't think this is for us.
Nah, Labo catching crazy strays here. The first kit kind of blew, but the robot one was fun.
I'm sure it's fun. I just don't want to have a shit ton of cardboard all over my room.
Yeah, fair. The thing is, I don't know. I kind of feel bad. It's like the Princess Peach could have gotten an amazing game. Like, because the thing is, the concepts they're presenting here are really fun, but like, why is it a sort of mediocre, borderline minigame collection with light platformer adventure game elements?
Hey,
like,
the way I see
it,
the fan art we're gonna get a Peach will sell this game for me.
I've already seen plenty. Trust me, I've seen it on my feed. They are. Listen, all I'm saying is that the lesbian's going crazy for this one, and honestly, respect it. I respect it. I completely respect the hustle. Yeah. Y'all do you.
Huge fan of Ninja Peach, but little bias there, just a little bit.
Yeah, I haven't looked at all the transformations. I want to go into this game blind, guys, when I inevitably don't buy it.
Yeah. Anyway, we gotta move on. We have a lot of news to tackle.
We have so much to do. Oh my god, this episode's gonna be 3 years long.
Yeah.
Let's just go down the list. New Fortnite season.
Okay, before we get into the season, can we just talk about how we couldn't even play it for a whole day?
I mean, yeah, because we're recording this pretty much just after the season drop. Although I will say, this is a banger season.
Oh yeah.
I love this one. I think this one's gonna go miles. It would be great if I didn't have an actual reason to not buy the battle pass, because then I'd probably be enjoying it more. But
Right. A downtime like this has never happened in the history of Fortnite. I couldn't even begin to speculate what happened last night or that night when they were dropping the update. But regardless, it's out now, and we have I've only played like 3 games, but I'm having a fun time so far. The season is
I have played 6 or 7.
That's crazy. The season is Greek god themed. So we get
Which is awesome.
We get a lot of cool characters like Zeus and Hades and
Cerberus.
Kid Icarus. I mean not Pit, but like Icarus,
The real Icarus from
Yeah.
real life? Impossible.
I remember seeing how the mythic like wings work, and I saw oh, your wings burn up after use, and I'm like, Kid Icarus reference, and then I was like, wait a minute,
No way!
Kid Icarus stole from actual Greek mythology. It's not
Kid Icarus reference? No way. Actual Icarus reference? Even more shocking.
Zeus from like Thor: Love and Thunder. Whoa,
Whoa.
crazy.
Yeah, it's the thing is, it's like the actual season so far is really good. I just feel bad because I kind of like played Fortnite way too much last season, so it's like I kind of have to phone in it a little to play more of this season, because I need to get those extra V-Bucks, because good stuff is coming to the shop this season. Good stuff is coming. Did you just want to rip the Band-Aid off?
Yeah, real quickly though, I want to mention, because you brought up the item shop. They're selling Lego sets now. And they're selling the beef. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not qualified to talk.
That, bro.
I'm not qualified
to spending $20 on that.
I'm not qualified to talk about it. Because this is a new thing they're selling, so obviously they're experimenting a little bit. As a Beef Boss fan, tempting. I don't know, but it is kind of crazy how you have to buy packs just to build them in game. I don't know.
Yeah, it's kind of like a case where it's like, I feel like, because I saw some people saying like, oh, why isn't this just free in the game? And like, I partially agree, but keep in mind, Lego Fortnite is basically a single player game you're getting for free that you can also use your cosmetics from the main game in. So I get why they're selling Lego Fortnite exclusive items. You see what I'm saying? But it comes down to the case where, I don't know, it also just feels like, I completely get why they're selling it, but I feel like the prices are way too high. Like, you should have just included these in the actual Lego sets, which somehow we only have the names of, but still no visuals.
The devs do got to get paid. I do want to mention that. It's not like Battle Royale where, no matter what you buy from the item shop, you can be used in Battle Royale. Lego Fortnite doesn't really have anything you can buy exclusively, so...
Keep in mind, they also have to keep renewing the Lego license.
Oh, yeah.
Which I'm assuming probably costs a hefty chunk of change.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Anyway.
I agree. Yeah.
Rip the Band-Aid. Let's do it.
Persona collab is coming, dude. Persona 3 Reload skins are totally coming. TLDR, somebody who tested the beta or something talked about finding a Persona 3 Reload poster on the map. And they basically leaked two of the mythics in that, and both of them came true. So, yeah. Man, interesting. Very curious.
If it's just Reload exclusively, it's definitely, I'm thinking Makoto, Yukari, Junpei, and Aegis, probably.
My guess is that I feel like Persona isn't a big enough collab. Like, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is like one thing. It's been around since the 80s. You know what I mean? But I feel like Persona, we're probably just going to get Makoto and Aegis, or we're going to get Makoto, Yukari, Junpei.
Yeah.
I feel like they're specifically going to do Makoto and Aegis, because I feel like out of the entire 3 cast, they would sell the best. You know what I mean? Like, Maybe wave 2 is going to be Yukari and Junpei, because I would buy that Junpei skin. I'd be all over that, dude.
Oh yeah, I mean, I would definitely prefer Persona 5 skins, but it's Persona.
Agreed.
I'm not gonna bitch and complain. Also, are we gonna get an emote where they shoot themselves in the head?
I don't think they can for the ESRB rating, actually.
But it would be funny.
My thing is that, like, I kind of wonder partially is, like, are they going to include the personas as, like, an emote or something? Because my personal guess is that they are either, A, going to be treated as, like, back blinks, where it's, like, Orpheus's heart, but they already put one of those in the battle pass, so I guess it's not really there. But, like, obviously, Koromaru back blink, I know everyone's been joking about that mostly. But, like,
just like Brian. From...
yeah. The thing is, the other idea is that probably at least I came up with this like a couple days ago. I haven't seen anybody else throw it around. I can see them turning them into pickaxes.
Yeah.
Because that's like, it doesn't affect gameplay and it doesn't look weird. So
I was watching a speculation video. Somebody had a cool idea. It's similar to Arsen's like the Wings of Rebellion in Smash Brothers that Joker has. Except like it would be the glider for Makoto. It would be Thanatos' like wings or whatever when he's like gliding.
Oh my god, I hope Thanatos is a glider, dude.
That would be so cool.
I'm not buying the battle pass specifically because I need to save up V-Bucks for this. Unless somebody gifts me the battle pass, it's like, oh haha, I get more V-Bucks for it. But like, dude, I need to buy both skins. That's probably gonna be 1,800 V-Bucks. Right now I have exactly 1,750 on my account. And I'm not spending $6 on that stupid skin pack to just push me 50 over. I need to grind to level 36.
Definitely a video or short from me, for sure, if they do it. I do want to make a video on the Floor is Lava LTM that they're... By the way, it's one of the best modes Fortnite has ever added. It hasn't been back in a while, but it's coming back this season, and I'm so pumped.
Honestly, I don't remember playing the original. Well, I know I played it a few times. So I'm excited too. I'm curious to see how that goes.
Mm-hmm.
So I think this season is going to be a banger. I think it's going to be a banger season. This has, if they at least keep up the good pace, because this has been one of the most creative seasons we've had in a like hot minute.
Mm-hmm.
So if they keep up the pace with this, because did you see because people figured out in the files that slowly over the season all the water is going to get that green stuff.
Oh, Lord. Jeez.
Yeah. So basically the theory is what's going to happen is that the entire map is going to become decayed in the next season of Apocalypse.
I don't know why.
That's a theory going around, which is like, oh, that's hype.
You know, they could just like pull a fast one. Just be like, oh, yeah, the underworld consumes the entire map. Chapter 6, everybody. Let's go. Oh, God.
Yeah. Nah, the theory is what they're going to do is that season 3 is going to be like an apocalypse, like a post-apocalypse season. That's what people are saying, which is like Fallout skins. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Anyway, we gotta move on a little. I'm sorry. Yeah. I know I want to keep talking.
We could do a whole podcast about this. I swear to God.
Sucks, but anyway,
we gotta keep moving.
Yeah. So, guys, you know, funny TikTok, the funny app that all the cool kids use now. It's getting banned, possibly. Joe
Biden is here to kill all the TikTokers.
So based.
Oh my god.
Okay.
No, this is okay. Listen, I know it's funny and I don't like TikTok either, but like this is borderline censorship.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay. I mean, I've seen some people be like, but there's alternatives. I'm like, you do realize TikTok is like the most used social media app, pretty much, or at least the most famous for the younger crowd right now, because Lord knows they're all abandoning Twitter slowly but surely. So it comes down to a case where it's like, I think it's funny, and I think it's funny having Joe Biden talk about banning TikTok for, you know, all the Redditors in the crowd, but like, this isn't good. It's very bad.
I can look at this in two ways. One, TikTok started a wave of just like attention spans being ruined, and just like it is reinvented the way people watch content. For better or worse, depending on who you are.
Not for better.
Yeah, I'm on the worst, and like I think it's ruined the way.
I think it has genuinely ruined people's attention spans. Like, I do not like TikTok. I know I make shorts on YouTube, and here's the thing, I still pretty much disavow short form content. I think it's very dumb. That's why I try to make my stuff very unique and interesting. But when you scroll down to the next one, it's just somebody putting a green screen over an already
Yeah.
existing meme. Yeah, I get it. I get it.
I want to emphasize that like there has been many content and there's been a lot of content and a lot of like new forms of like media that thrive and are like they're better presented in the way that shorts and TikTok have allowed them to. However, again, yeah, I just think it's ruined like media in general. And like I mean I definitely don't think it should be removed. I mean regardless if it gets removed, like we're way too far down the rabbit hole and YouTube shorts are a thing. So like
Yeah, here's the thing. If they ban TikTok, more competitors are going to immediately spring up. Because the thing is, YouTube and Instagram already have like their big share of the market. That like, if TikTok breaks up, it's just going to be more people flooding into those two. So I mean, technically, it's better for growth for us, but it's still not really good. You
yeah.
know,
I don't know.
we're too far gone to just reverse everything.
I couldn't care what happens to it, but you know, it's funny. People do have a lot like jobs on that platform though, and I feel for those people.
Yeah. Oh God, if TikTok shuts down in the U.S., there's going to be some crazy layoffs. We've had enough layoffs.
Yeah. But yeah, just something to keep in mind. Yeah, a lot of political stuff going on lately, which I don't feel like talking about. So let's move on to the next
Yeah.
topic.
Well, actually, no. We're technically moving from politics into law. Emulators are dead. Well, specifically Yuzu, the big Switch emulator.
And Citra as well.
And
Sucks.
Citra also died too, which is the actual loss here.
So the TLDR is somebody who uses Yuzu. I know, shoot me, I guess. But the TLDR is that last year, some random idiot decided to drop the Tears of the Kingdom ROM onto the internet. And Yuzu was, and like they have a Patreon and all that. Like, I get it. You don't want to make a free software like this and not get paid. I get it. But basically, when Tears of the Kingdom came out on Yuzu, and was like available to like, get running early before the game came out, they were paywalling like patches to like make the game run smoother and all that. They would come out eventually for free, but for the most part, they were paywalled behind the Patreon. And yeah, kind of scummy. I do like. I mean, I feel like for this kind of thing, you should get paid. But yeah,
I feel like this is a case where it's not the fact that they had a Patreon isn't bad. It's the fact that they were locking this stuff behind. It's like the second you do that, Nintendo has their eye on you, and you are cooked. There's a reason Dolphin isn't gone, despite technically being the biggest, easiest emulator you can possibly use. And maybe it's almost like they've just never taken money. At least, to my knowledge, I think they've probably taken donations, but they don't paywall Dolphin builds. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I do also want to mention, because I know there's a lot of misconceptions around the idea of emulation now. Emulation's a way to preserve games. I know a lot of people use it as a way to like pirate video games. It's a way of preserving games that, frankly, I'm just gonna point at Nintendo. They refuse to do that very thing, and so we like need things like this. Now, Yuzu did a funny. And as much as I think they do deserve to be paid, yeah, Nintendo doesn't like that. So they got slapped on the wrist,
I was going to say, if you actually, because, everyone always talks about, oh, Nintendo DMCA's everything. No, they don't. If you pay attention to what Nintendo actually DMCA's, remember when everyone was freaking out over Nintendo DMCAing that one Pal World mod? It's almost like the reason it got shot down was because the guy locked it behind his Patreon. I wonder, it's almost like the video got taken down, not because of the content. That probably would have easily slid. Do you know how many games have had Pokemon modded in them? Left 4 Dead has Pokemon mods. You can shoot Lucario in that game.
Right.
Like, it's almost like the problem was the fact that you had to pay for it. Like, literally, if you ask me, okay, what was the only, like, Nintendo shutdowns? There was, like, one Mario 64 ROM hack that wasn't locked behind a Patreon or anything, and then Pokemon Uranium. Most of the other shutdowns have been deserved because they're profiting off Nintendo's IP. Like, I'm not gonna say, oh, fair use. Yeah, obviously they were in fair use, but it's like charging for it really is like that line. If that makes any sense. It's the models that Sega openly runs under. Nintendo just doesn't openly run by it. That's why there's so much Sonic stuff on the internet. It's basically the clauses. You are allowed to make fan content, but you can't charge for it. You see what I'm saying?
It's Nintendo's stupid rules. I think they're stupid. Honestly, I disagree with this decision for the most part. It is law though, and We're okay. Well, actually,
I think suing the daylights out of them was a little undeserved.
Yeah, I was gonna backpedal for a second. I was like, wait, no, this isn't law. I mean, like profiting off the games. Like in terms of emulation, though, that's not law, and that's where the red line is kind of at right now, where everyone's like, oh no, what's gonna happen from here?
The thing is, I don't even think it was that necessarily bad, the fact that Yuzu got shut down, because right now there are alternatives for Switch. I know there's at least one other big alternative that's like, yeah, we're staying a little under the radar. I forgot.
Yeah,
Ryujinx, yeah. The problem specifically is the fact that when Yuzu went down, the Yuzu team was also the people making Citra. And Citra is the only, at least as far as I can tell, it is the most advanced 3DS emulator that now nobody can download. I literally grabbed it minutes before the website shut down.
Thank God for it being open source. Like
I was like, I was looking through the documents and I was just like, I was reading through it and it just mentioned Citra and I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
It's just I got 20,000 likes off a tweet talking about it, making a joke about it. But like, yeah.
I will say there are ways to get those apps still, because again, they are open source.
There are, but it's just the fact that the official means are gone now and the developers are no longer working on it isn't good. Because I'd like to clarify, despite Citra being in development for a lot of time now, still does not have full compatibility with every 3DS game. Like, I just saw somebody the other day talking about how one of the games is now basically just never going to work on Citra. Because I forgot what specifically it was, but there was, like, piracy protection that nobody cracked yet or something. I don't remember. But, yeah, it was like, now Citra just is going to stay incomplete, which kind of blows, TBH.
Moving on to more depressing news. Rooster Teeth is gone. Now, regardless of how you feel about them, it's the shutdown of an animation studio that is responsible for many IP.
I hate Warner Brothers.
Yeah,
I hate Warner Brothers.
It's they're responsible for shows like Ruby, Red vs. Blue, Death Battle, etc., etc. They're really impactful, and like I don't want to jump to this so quickly, but it frustrates me that Warner Bros. Not only shut them down, but they're also they're willing to sell them off. And it's like,
I was gonna say, they're trying to pawn off everything they have right now because Warner Brothers is in complete disarray.
It's just like, I mean, literally a Yusuke quote right here, but it's like, what disregard for the art? You know, you can have your opinion on Ruby, man, for all I care, but like such disregard for art is insane.
I know some of the original creators behind the series that left Warner are currently trying to buy it back, or at least they're making statements on Twitter about it. It's like, God, I hope so. Because it's, there's obviously that. And another thing, it's like, now I know you briefly mentioned it before, but Death Battle is run by Rooster Teeth. How do the rights for that work again? Because that's the part I'm the most concerned about. I just got invested in this. We just made an episode about this.
So they were owned by Screw Attack at one point. Death Battle is owned by Chad and Wiz. Or I forgot what Chad and
it's the voice
Ben
actors.
Ben and Chad, sorry.
It's owned by them.
I was trying to remember Wiz's name. I think it's Ben.
We were just making jokes about him last episode.
I know.
That's
why I don't want to get that's why I don't want to get it wrong. Okay, but anyway, they own the rights. So what Rooster Teeth did basically was like fund them. It's the reason they were able to. I mean, I know they have channel memberships, but that was kind of the main reason they were able to afford, keep the lights on in general. Now with Rooster Teeth gone, and I wouldn't worry about season 11. That's pretty much. I'm pretty sure they're like wrapping up, or at least getting close to wrapping up in terms of like getting everything ready for this year. But yeah, for the most part, Rooster Teeth funded them. That was their main source of income, and now they don't have that. And they say they want to keep it going. They do say they want to keep it going, and I have complete faith that they'll find a way. More so than most of the other franchises that Rooster Teeth owned. But
I was gonna say it's probably the only completely safe one right now.
The thought of it, though, it's just the fact we're thinking about it, and it scares me.
I hope they find somebody new at least sometime soon. Because they really are going to need the funding. Do you know how much depth there is to every single Death Battle episode? Like, dude, they will need the funding. Will BetterHelp be sponsoring them in full? We may find out soon.
Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry for all the depressing news, but yeah, that's just...
Trust me, it's only about to get worse.
Yeah. Guys, the writer behind Dragon Ball passed away. Akira Toriyama. Oh,
Yeah, that it's like
I'm not even a
it's
Dragon
rough.
Ball fan, but whoa.
Oh my god, because there's so much to because it's not even just Dragon Ball. Like Doctor Slump is basically the origin of a lot of like comedy centered stuff. Literally, Mario's design and movement was based off Arl from that series. Like, dude, he did it's just also the Dragon Quest characters designs. Like
Literally,
the
like,
slime was made by Akira Toriyama. The
mm,
iconic Dragon Quest slime that is basically I'd argue a contender for one of the best mascots in history and the reason not Dragon Ball, Dragon Quest took off at all. Like, dude.
like they got shit like key shonen protagonists, like all that. Dragon Ball's the godfather of all that, right? And again, not a Dragon Ball fan, but his influence, like you would have to be living under a rock to not understand this man's influence. I don't need to explain it to you guys how big of a deal it is. And I remember just being at work when I saw it, and literally the scene in Persona 5 when everyone's like, "Oh, I don't want to spoil it. Shoot." When they're all looking at their phones and seeing the news to a funny event, and they're all like, like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. The
Mhm.
thing is, it's like if people who are kind of not in the know about this, if you just want a general comparison, this is the Japan equivalent to like when Stan Lee died,
Oh,
basically.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's a good.
That's the best comparison I can make here. And it's like this blows because like I'm not a Dragon Ball fan either, but I played a lot of the Dragon Ball video games and a lot of things that were directly inspired from his works. So it's like, oh, that's extremely sad.
Anyway, we can finally get into positive stuff.
No, hold up. Yeah, let's one more kind of sad thing. So Matt Pat released his final theory. Did you watch it yet?
I've
Or
actually
not?
watched all four final theories technically.
I did not watch the Style and Food one. I'm a fake fan. I'm
They're
a
so
fake
good.
fan.
Well, okay, I don't like the
I just
style
didn't get
one.
around to him.
I don't
I
like
didn't even
this.
know the food one went up, honestly.
I don't like the style one that much, but the food final theory I thought was like super wholesome and adorable. Film theory was just kind of about his kid and be like, man, there's not really good male protagonists that don't resort to violence.
I will say I really like the food theory one. I not the food theory, the film theory one. I really like the film theory one because it was like once you pointed out, I was like, oh my god, you're right. It
Yeah,
was
I
like
was like,
very
Jesus.
introspective. Also, Matt Pat finally truly putting to bed the transphobia allegations. That's my goat right there. I respect it.
Yeah, it's I find it amazing because it's like frowned upon now to be like, oh men, they got the best form of media possible. They have everything. But like if you really look at it, especially for like a growing boy,
It's
wow.
like seriously, he pointed this out. Like, yeah, I wouldn't want to show my kid most of the shows airing on Cartoon Network right now when they're like 3.
Yeah.
Maybe when they're like give or take 5 or 8, like that middle range. Yeah, then I can show them some of this stuff. But like, no,
Yeah.
I see the issue here.
Very interesting and definitely like a meta theory I didn't know I would enjoy. And speaking of meta theory, his final theory, the TLDR is just basically explaining what game theory is. And I Mystic he remembers this, but like I remember being like I was like, hey, I hate the meta theories. Not that they aren't good, but they're not about video games, you know. And then he explained what game theory was, and then I was like, wait, oh, that makes sense. That's why there's so many YouTube videos on like meta theories about the YouTube platform on game theory. It's not like I was like whoa.
I mean, I'm always in the case where I genuinely enjoy the meta theories more than the ones on actual video games most of the time. This because I am a sick individual. But like, here's the thing: it's like we all knew that going into the last game theory, it would be a meta theory, but I didn't expect it to be like even that interesting because you could tell he killed it. I nearly cried. I'll be honest,
Yeah,
I nearly cried
it
when he's like, and
was it
thank
was
you for watching.
hard.
You could tell that delivery. He had tears in his eyes. He was fighting those demons, man.
And that's just a style theory, a food theory, a film theory, and a game
And
theory.
a game theory, like, because
Thanks for
honestly,
watching. It was so
if you were
good.
to tell me like who is the most influential person on the entire YouTube website, I genuinely would have said Matt Pet.
I
Like,
mean,
yeah,
Mr. Beast, but
no,
yeah,
no. Here's the thing: Beast is like he's a big guy. He's like the face of YouTube, but he's not influencing it. The thing is that MapPat has been changing the direction of the platform for even if you want to say his earliers were slow or whatever, at least 10 years. Like literally, if you were to ask me, yeah, which YouTuber would you make CEO of YouTube? It'd be MatPat. I wouldn't pick Mr. Beast. No, I would genuinely pick MatPat because he is the person who has pushed this platform in the entire direction it's going and pinpointed every single move before it's happened.
No, I mean, I agree with that stance. I just mean like, and I know the numbers are a huge factor, but like, yeah, Mr. Beast is the face of YouTube. They both influence, right? Just game theory, MatPat, he influences in a in a way that I guess we can appreciate. Mr. Beast is definitely for younger people, but yeah, they influence in different ways. If we're talking CEO though, yeah, definitely game theory for sure.
I feel there's a big difference between being the face of and being influential. You know what I mean? Like if I'm going to say being influential, yeah, I guess Mr. Beast is like the face of it. He does a lot of stuff, but I'm not going to say he's as influential. Considering, like, yeah, his style infests everything, but he didn't change the direction of the platform necessarily. If that makes it. Well, he did, but not to the same extent. I guess
Yeah.
if that makes any sense.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, for sure. I get what you mean. I still think he's the bigger guy, but
He's the bigger guy,
they
but he's not the
influence.
biggest influence.
They definitely influence in different ways, for sure. And I don't know if you've seen the multiple endings, but they were so adorable.
I watched all the extra
Okay,
endings. Oh my
perfect.
god, that last one had me like say with my head, like the Shinji chair pose. The sixth ending, dude. Had me like,
I was gonna
oh
go
my
down.
God.
I was gonna go down them chronologically, but fine, I guess.
We don't need to go through them all. We're
I was gonna just
we're
like
working through
I was
it.
gonna go through them real quickly. They're all have like charm.
Sure. Go
Okay,
ahead.
the first one he finally beats Scott Cawthon. Oh man. Oh
Y'all think he finally told him what was in the box?
no. Oh no.
You don't think he did just to mess with him?
Look, I mean,
And that is the funniest outcome.
it's as FNAF 4 said, some things are better left unknown, you know? I don't, like, he probably told him things, but he didn't tell him things. He probably doesn't even know what's in the box himself, let's be honest here.
Yeah, probably. Although I will wonder, did he ever figure out if what's his name is a robot? God if I know.
Yeah. Then the second ending is like chaos ending. It basically features everybody on the staff, including I thought was cute, the editors, the little PNG avatars for the editors. I thought
That was wonderful. I really liked that.
I love them taking revenge. I love that. Oh man, I gotta pull up the other endings that do not have them on me. I apologize.
I was gonna say I'm trying to remember what the third one is off the top of my head, but I'm playing Pokemon Pinball right now, so I don't want to touch my mouse.
Get off! Get off!
You played Mario and Luigi during that one episode. Can I have my moment, please?
Fair.
Can I have my moment to just play some pinball in peace while you do the research for me? Gosh.
I do everything for you. Don't give me that. Don't you dare. Jesus. Okay. Oh, okay. The third one was the meme ending where he basically had Music Man as a Nyan cat. It was
Oh my god, I think that was the worst ending, but I feel like that was completely intentional, if that makes any sense.
it's just a funny little thing. I love
It's
Music
funny.
Man, so I don't mind.
Like, I get the joke. I think this is funny. However, this is in fact killing me inside to watch.
Yeah.
So
Then you-
I watched it all the way through, just to be sure. But you know.
Then you have the Insanity ending. This is probably the one there's not much to talk about, but Insanity is just like MatPat's like, I finally discovered it. You're all robots, and that's when his like acting, like his theater, like acting skills
You
came
can
out.
tell he let the theater. I watched that and I just sent a text. It was like, dude, he let the theater kid out again. Somebody put him back in the box.
Get him back in the box, and then you have the horror
Bro
ending.
back in.
Then you got the horror ending, and it's
It was okay.
yeah, it was okay. I don't know. It's just making fun of FNAF and just like how horror.
Yeah, and the
stuff
funny
are.
joke about how he keeps using the same stock photo in every single video of the dude in the blue shirt.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, I get it.
I gotta say the most
That's it.
notable part about this video was like the first comment I saw where it's just like, oh man, MatPat's gonna enjoy dissecting this frame by frame.
Oh man, I bet. I sure bet he would.
And then you have the real ending. And it's not like a real like grand ending compared to the first one, but the real ending is just like, oh, this is actually what happens when they stopped recording. And
It was quite literally the friends we made along the way.
Mhm. And then
That's literally what the true ending was.
and then it was just a wall of text, which I almost cried to. I was like in my car and I was
Yeah,
just like,
it had me messed up, dude.
yeah. It was because like it didn't need to be a big thing. He was just like speaking to us and being like, "Hey, this is the end, but it's also the beginning. Okay, you're gonna do great out there, little kid, little son. You'll do great.
You got this, bro.
You got
Grandpa
this.
Pat, I will make you proud.
One day,
I will make you proud. It's the freaking One Piece gif. I want to live. That's generally how it got me feeling. I like got up there. I'm like, I'm gonna finish scripting this video. I straight up finished scripting the entire Mega Evolution video after that.
I was
like,
sorry.
I know what I must do. I will ascend higher.
I was gonna say that was so motivational. If I wasn't feeling tailbone pain, like I would be like, God damn, I need to become that Pat. Not literally, but I need to be a face. I need to be. I want to inspire people the same way he does. And I was, it's a lot. It's just a lot.
Cyan, it's time. We need to start our own theorist channel. Hello, internet, and welcome to. I'm looking around my room. Pizza theory. Or something.
Anyway,
Cyan, we need to start podcast theory.
Anyway, I don't mean to like stop the conversation, but we are 45 minutes in. We haven't gotten to the main meat and potatoes of the episode. Mystic, you're the Pokemon guy. You're allowed to talk about this.
So, Pokemon TCG Pocket is going to be the best Pokemon mobile game. I am so excited. It's just Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links where they're just... I know. I wanted to at least mention it because the Pokemon Presents happens.
The idea is cool, though. I'll give it that. And I love it's just a new way, like an easier way for people like me to get into the TCG who don't want to, spend a bunch of money.
I have actually gotten a lot of questions about this because all my friends know me as the guy who actually plays the trading card game. So just to get things out of the way, TLDR, these are different cards from the actual game, and it's going to be functioning on different mechanics other than the bench just being smaller. So it's just going to be a different fundamental game, and I assume they'll make actual products on it eventually. But just assume all these cards are going to be locked to digital and not physical, and that's a reason for me to cry, because some of them look really nice. And that's it for TCG Pocket. Anyway, I feel like I'm forgetting something.
Oh, if you forgot it probably wasn't that important.
Yeah, it probably wasn't that important.
Side guard in the rain.
His hard got to side guard in the rain, taking neutral damage. Bro is just dying out there. Yeah, we probably didn't forget anything important.
I know we made this joke a couple episodes ago, but it's still fun.
All right, Pokemon Legends Z-A, dude. Oh my god.
So we don't know much about this game. Admittedly, honestly, this entire thing is just based on speculation of what it could be. But it's the fact that this is another Legends game. Firstly, secondly, it's a game that was scrapped back all the way in 2013, 2014. That was supposed to become
a different game.
Well, yeah, but the Pokemon
It's a
Z
different
concept.
game, but I feel like they're probably pulling out the old concept documents for this.
Yeah, the concepts, yeah. I mean, it's not Pokemon Z per se, but it's basically what Pokemon Z is, just on the Switch now.
It's like, it feels like they're taking, because the entire game is set inside Lumiose. So what I think it is that they pulled out the docs from before and all right, how do we make something new with this? You know what I mean? I
do want to mention, because a lot of people are saying this is going to be in the past, like Legends Arceus. I do want to mention, they made a tweet about it, and they said this is going to be the redevelopment of Lumiose City. So, I think the idea is we're going to be making it big. We're going to make it great again. We're going to make it bigger and better somehow. So whether that takes place in the present or the future, I don't know. But I want to say this rules out the past, considering Lumiose City. I mean, okay, I'm going to be honest. It would be kind of weird to start out in this city and it's just a barren wasteland.
Okay, here's my theory. Is that this is going to take place, I'm just going to throw out a number and say 10 years after the original Kalos story. Specifically because my guess is that instead of being you're sent back to the past, I think you're just going to be some dude in Lumiose.
Yeah.
Because my theory is that Zygarde is actually the antagonist of the game. I know it sounds little, but here's the thing: they didn't include Zygarde in the title for a reason.
Yeah.
So my theory is the idea of going Z to A is that Zygarde is trying to return it back to square one and have nature take back over the area. You see what I'm saying?
Definitely a
So
concept for sure.
I've just been throwing it around because I think it all would also explain, because I've got another idea. I'll let you say your thing in a second, but my theory is that it's basically after modern day Lumiose, where the ultimate weapon has gone off and there's like traces of infinity energy and stuff, and that's why Zygarde is like up and moving around. Because my guess is that whoever's writing the redevelopment plan is like whoever's writing. We'll just say Chairman Rose too is like using the infinity energy from the ultimate weapon
Yeah.
to like do something with this, and that's probably going to cause problems. Which, you just want me to get it off my chest what I'm thinking?
Well, I was gonna. You said you're gonna.
I
Let
know,
me say...
I'm spouting my fan fiction. I'm just gonna get out of the way. My guess is I'm thinking whatever the guy is doing with infinity energy is probably going to be cause like wild mega Pokemon as boss battles. So that's that's my crackpot theory on the whole future past debacle. But you can have your turn now. Go
I was
ahead.
gonna say, and like this wouldn't be the most lame option. I think some people might see it as lame. I was thinking they're gonna take a huge approach from the anime, be like, "Oh, Lysander's alive, and he's trying to take over Zygarde." Like, I don't know. Like, I mean,
Yeah, it's
it would be cool.
it's literally just gonna be somehow Palpatine returned
Yeah, yeah,
moment. Somehow Lysander returned.
yeah. And like, I don't know. Maybe that sounds like a dumb theory, but like, I don't. It would be cool to see the events of what happened during the XYZ saga, except without Ash and the obvious, But like, just see it as a player, see Zygarde and like tree, like the roots like rampaging throughout the city. I don't know. Could be interesting.
Yeah, wasn't Zygarde kind of like both the hero and an antagonist there, if I'm not mistaken? Wasn't there too?
So Bonnie
Right.
had a Zygarde, and then Lysander and Team Flare had a Zygarde that they captured and controlled. Like
Yeah, that I was just trying to get you to recap it for the audience,
yeah, yeah.
I was gonna say, because I don't remember the exact events of the finale myself, but I remember the two Zygardes thing, which I could see being a plot point.
Mm-hmm.
I could see them using that.
I see them at the very least taking inspiration from XYZ. Whether people hate that or not, that's on them. I just think XYZ was like beautifully mastered, and it would be kind of crazy if they didn't take anything from that.
I mean, to be fair, literally the entire climax of that episode happened inside Lumiose.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not
It's
out
a
of the
perfect
question,
ending.
per se. I don't think they'll do it word for word, bar for bar, but I'm fully willing to bet that finale of XYZ was probably based on concepts for Z.
Oh yeah.
So it's like, I feel like there's a lot of room to be reused and reintertwined here.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, moving on real quickly to just like kind of like pre-speculation, like because we all thought Unova remakes and Johto, Let's Go Johto, like that. Those are the two main things being thrown around. Mystic, how do you feel about not getting any of those?
Okay, it comes down to a factor where I'm a little bit bummed we didn't get a new Unova game, but if they're actually putting in the effort with Legends, I'm okay with that. Because I know
Yeah,
if they're doing Kalos now, I get the feeling they will circle back to Unova eventually, and that makes me satisfied.
yeah,
If they do a Lola next, I'm gonna be mad, but
yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna be like, oh, I was right, but like they do remakes every other generation, so I'm not entirely shocked. Um, I definitely prefer this though, and that's just because I'm scared of whatever they're gonna do with Unova, because they're oh man,
Oh God, yeah.
yeah. But this is a game that deserves it. This is a region that deserves it. I was talking to my friend who's a huge Gen 5 fan. And he was disappointed. I'm just like, look, Zygarde has nothing. Sure, he has 4 forms, but he got those in a completely different region that's
Yeah,
not
I
even
was
his
gonna
home.
say. It's like, it's not even a case where I think, oh yeah, it's bad that Kalos is getting a remake. And I don't even think it's bad that Unova isn't getting one yet. It just comes down to like, oh, well, nobody was expecting this at all. So it's kind of like, I
Yeah.
guess things are different.
Which,
So
I mean, it did help make it more exciting for sure, because I did not expect it at all. I was speculating about, oh man, Zygarde could have been so cool. His boss fight in the Max Raid dungeons in the Crown Tundra DLC was like, wow, this could be what a Zygarde like climatic battle could look like.
Oh God, yeah, that's gonna be outstanding.
Uh-huh. The power constructability is just an amazing concept, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely like this deserves it. At Kalos needs this. It really does. And I much prefer them doing something new and original with the region that has plenty of concepts and plenty of things to pull from that they just never touched. AZ's Floette, that's the kind of the main thing.
Wouldn't it be hilarious if before the 3DS server shut down, it's like, yeah, okay, so before we shut down Pokemon Bank, we're gonna distribute AZ for one day. Move it all the way up, buddy.
Yeah.
That's the only way you're getting it. You gotta move it all the way up.
Mm-hmm. For those who don't
That'd be
know,
hilarious.
There's this character named AZ. We don't know much about him, but basically he was around during the great like Pokemon War that like gave birth to the Mega Evolutions, and he had a friend, but it was a Floette, but like with red and black colors. It was really badass. And it was in the game files for the longest time, for pretty much every generation up till Sword
As
and
a
Shield.
playable Pokemon, by the way.
Yeah, like it was ready to go. It has a signature move and everything. But never used, never utilized at all. And this is the chance. Like, I mean, sure, like AZ would be giving up his best friend for the player character, but you know.
Yeah, it's also another reason why I don't think it's going to be... Because if they said it in the past, it is going to... You have to be before the Great War so they could do the AZ's Floette stuff.
Yeah.
Or it's going to have to be after when we know AZ's Floette has already returned to him. You know what I mean?
It's weird, because like I do want to see a younger AZ, because there's a lot of story to tell with that, because I'm clearly he is a man with a story to tell. But yeah, there's no clear direction with this game, which I think is super cool. Because I hate trailers like this that are like really like ambiguous and doesn't show us the gameplay and what we're going to be getting. I usually don't like that with Pokemon, because by the time we see the gameplay, it looks bad, in my personal opinion. But here, for this first trailer, it's perfect. Like, it's perfect for speculation's sake, you know?
Exactly. Because the thing is, it comes down to sort of like a factor where it's like, I hope they don't Pokemon Sun and Moon this. Because do you remember how that game's release cycle went?
Mm-hmm.
There was a whole year of like nothing. Because there was that one, I think it was 2016, if I'm not mistaken, where there was like not a single thing. Because that was the 1 year Pokemon had an off year and they focused on Yokai Watch instead. Because that got localized about then. Or was that the Japan release?
I don't
Whatever.
think so.
Who cares?
Yeah.
I need to double check my timelines, but there was like an off year between Oras and Sun and Moon. And the thing is, what happened is that when the year Sun and Moon was actually supposed to come out, they revealed everything about that game.
Mm-hmm.
And since we know that we're basically having an off year for 2024, it's like, I hope if they do decide to go winter 2025 for the release, I hope they don't spoil everything.
Yeah, I mean that's just kind of a thing where it's just like, please like encrypt the files, don't drop a demo because everything's gonna get leaked if you do that.
Oh God.
But yeah, that is my favorite thing. I know Poke creators, you guys are in shambles, you don't have anything to do for a whole year, but I love this. Like honestly, the best part of this reveal, they're gonna give the game time. And
I'm just gonna find it so funny when they say January. It's
yeah,
be so
I know,
funny,
because
dude.
then I'll have to I'll look back and just laugh at myself. But
Here's the thing: there's really only 2 times that they can actually do a release it specifically because of the TCG. It is entirely because of the trading card game.
well,
Because like you can either release it at the start of 2025, because what they did with Legends Arceus is that they had a sort of filler set that's like, hey, here's some things that might be in the game, and it was like Sinnoh stuff. Like, yeah, they have Arceus on the front, but it's only loosely,
yeah,
you know. But the thing, because like you could sustain on reused megas for a little bit. They reintroduced megas for the year's gimmick,
yeah.
but for like a set or two before you have to start introducing new stuff like they did with Arceus, because they stalled out to the second English set to start throwing in all the Hisui stuff. But it comes down to a factor where it's like, if you release it in summer, that's like the first 2 sets of the year on random stuff. And then like you have to then go 6 sets of Legend stuff waiting for the next game to come out. So it's like, it either has to be like the start of 2025 or the very end.
See, you say
as
that.
much as I would like a summer release.
You say that though, right? Here's the main kicker. That's what makes this whole thing so weird. Switch 2. Most definitely releasing 2025.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah, like I get the TCG where you're coming from, but they have to they left it ambiguous for a reason. They don't usually do that, you know?
The trailer said Switch 1, right?
I will research that for
Let me
you.
check right now because I remember at the end of it specifically said the Nintendo Switch. Yeah, it starts with the Nintendo Switch click. So it's gonna be on the actual Switch. And like, here's the thing: if they release it at the end of the year, this is going to have the fate of Pokemon Ultra Sun and Moon.
Yeah.
It's gonna be the same where nobody's buying that. I mean, well, that had the case of it not being backwards compatible on Switch. And like, yeah, you go to the end of the trailer as the Switch logo in the top right.
I mean, I wasn't doubting it was
like,
gonna like come to the Switch, or at the very least, like launch exclusive, like be Switch 2 and Switch. You know, I should mention it's a Switch systems plural. Obviously, that can mean OLED and Switch Lite, but it is something to keep in mind.
yeah, because there is a case where the way I see it, I feel like January or February, or we'll just assume that Switch 2, like the rumors say, is launching in Q1 of 2025. So we'll just say March again.
Which I think is early enough.
So
like that works.
Because keep in mind, the original Switch launched on literally March 3rd.
Yeah.
So if they decide to drop it on March 3rd, exactly 7 years later, like, the thing is, I think releasing the game in January, February is, like, specifically January, I feel like February is too close. Because, like, January comes down to the case where it's like, yeah, it's the last game it'll tide you over for a month before the Switch 2 comes out. But it's like, if you release it any later than that, you're cooked. If you release it like any earlier, the game's also going to suck. So it's like the 2025 release date is more catching the fall, if that makes any sense. Unless it's a cross-generational launch title in which I will scream and cry with happiness.
Right. It's weird. I love it though. I mean, I love speculating. I love not knowing what they're gonna do because that's what I love. Like I'm an adult. I feel like I can easily predict like things in life just in general. I'm not being like, oh, I've seen everything there is to see, but like I love being surprised. I love being caught off guard if you can manage to do that. So I don't know, I like this. I do like that we're just kind of like, what is Nintendo cooking? And it's fun. It's fun to think about that.
What was he cooking? Because this feels like I said, that gap year where they announced Pokemon Sun and Moon's titles and did nothing for like a year. It's like, it feels like that again. Are you ready for top 10 Mega Evolutions for Pokemon Z-A for a whole year? I sure am. I'm making that video at some point. You know I will be.
I'm probably gonna make it too. I think I've already said that on the podcast. I might be wrong, or somewhere I've said it. Because I'm just experimenting.
What megas though? What megas do you actually want?
Alrighty, before we get into what I want, I think we need to get into the ones that like, if they don't happen now, like what the hell? Flygon, like come on, they're gonna come back and do it again.
Mm-hmm. Caliph starters. I feel like that feels quite obvious.
Yeah, I mean,
Ash Ninja is dead, but he will be reincarnated.
Maybe we'll see.
He will be reincarnated, inshallah, or something. I don't know.
Probably my Milotic too, but that's just kind of me. And also seeing T-Tard's Extreme Randomizer.
Yeah, you want to hear my pick? What I would love to have a mega.
What?
That I've seen one or two people mention, but like only one or two people, like one in fan art that went viral of it. Mm-hmm. I want Mega Golurk.
Oh my god! Yes.
I think Mega Golurk would be impeccably good.
I want a bigger homie Golurk, bro.
You know what I specifically want? I want them to take Golurk and I want them to give him a giant axe.
Oh.
I want them to like Dad Kratos him. You know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
Did you at least see the vision? Like that'd be rad.
It would.
I think Mega Golurk would go crazy. Also, I want to see more legendary megas because we only have Rayquaza, Deancey, and the frickin' Latios and Latias. It's like, give me some stuff from other regions. Give me like Regigigas Mega or Xerneas and Yveltal.
I love that you suggest that because everyone I know is like, do not give more legendaries megas. They don't need them.
It's not the case where I think they need them. It's more the case I think that some of them that actually do need it could really benefit. Like, I think a Mega Regigigas that just gets rid of Slow Start is like, that could be incredible. Because you still have the nerf of him not having a proper item. So I think that rebalances Regigigas. You know what I'm saying? I think that would work. That's just an idea, a possibility.
In terms of a Mega, I would like to see. I mean, okay, I will say regardless of who I pick, we need Gen 5. I'm sorry, we cannot have... We cannot have Mega Audino be the only Gen 5 rep. How, like...
Oh,
what?
yo, don't disrespect the TCG World Champ.
No, I don't. Like, I love Mega Audino. This is coming out of love. I'm just saying, you had to pick one Gen 5 mon and you pick Audino?
I also am just curious because, like, what they did is that we'll get to starters soon. But, like, in Hisui, they would, like, oh, new forms. And then, you know, Galar had, like, new evolutions. So did Paldea. So it's like, I would love to see some retroactively ported in modern gen Pokemon. You know, like how they did Rowlet and Oshawott.
Oh, yeah.
And just straight up gave them new megas. Like, keep in mind, in Hisui, most of the new, the modern Pokemon added were, new forms, like with Gudra. Gudra was, like, the only Gen 6 Pokemon in that game, and they gave him a shiny new form. So it's like, there's a part of me that thinks, oh, they would just do Kalosian variants, but, like, I think it would be a lot cooler if they just gave them new Mega forms. You know what I mean? Because, like, look at the lines up of Gen 7, 8, and 9. There is some possible Mega potential in there. Oh my god, I just had an epiphany. Imagine a Mega Palossand.
Oh, it's just more sand.
It's just... No, I'm saying, like, it's like a palace, but then you can make, like, a huge castle with a drawbridge.
Oh, I also had an
That
epiphany,
could be
too.
kind of sick.
You know how Dunsparce got a new evolution?
Oh, no!
For its Mega Evolution, it gets longer!
Dude, a Mega Dunsparce that either gives it, like, a dragon or a flying type would go so hard,
Oh, yeah,
dude.
sure. It'll fly, but it's just gonna be longer.
It's just impeccably long.
Yeah, it's like Mega Rayquaza long. Like, it would be ridiculously long, but, like, do not change the Dunsparce look, you know? Like, I want to keep trolling people, you know? That would be so funny.
You know what would be, like, crazy? I know they specifically won't do it because it's kind of like crossing gimmicks, crossing the streams. I would love to see a Mega form of an Ultra Beast.
Oof, yeah.
I don't know how that would work.
Not happening.
And it won't happen. But I think a Mega Nihilego that kind of looks like the Lusamine one would be kind of awesome. I know it won't happen. It absolutely won't. However, I'm just saying. Because here's the thing. The second they reveal that we're getting new Mega forms, they show off anything that's not in Gens 1 through 4, it's like, that means all holds are off. You know what I mean?
Mm.
It's like 1 through 4 already got, like, the most Megas, especially 3. So it's like, if you're telling me Gens 5 and onward are the ones truly on the plate here, what are we cooking?
Oh, yeah.
Because, like, you can go through the entire... Because my biggest theory with new Megas, I'm thinking it's going to be Pokemon that aren't in the Kalos decks that they're adding in.
Oh, for sure.
That will probably be ones to get new forms.
I think we're definitely going to get a lot of Mega Kalos mons, though. Because, I mean, now we're familiar with them. I think it's time. Plus, a lot of them are... I'm going to be honest.
Plus, a lot of Kalos mons got, like, they're power crept like crazy.
Yeah, they're kind of useless. They need this.
Hold up. Let me pull up the Kalos Pokedex on Cerebi.
Oh, dude, I had an idea.
I just want to scroll through the Kalos decks real quick.
I have an idea while you're looking. Dude, Mega Haxorus. Just so Iris, you know, just because pity, you know, just out of pity because she didn't have one.
Oh, yeah, dude. Kalos Pokemon. There we go. Okay, I have the full list of Kalos Pokemon up, and I'm just going to scroll through here.
Dude, give Barbaracle. I would love a Barbaracle Mega.
I feel like Florges could use one.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like... Oh, dude, imagine a Mega Pangoro. I don't know where they would go with it, but God, that'd be sick.
I do agree on the Florges one, though. How do you have Azzy's Floette, but you don't have a Mega Florges, you know?
You want a hot take?
What?
What I absolutely don't think we'll get is a Mega Aegislash.
Yeah, he's already perfect.
Specifically because it already has the form change gimmick. As much as cool I think it'll be to have, like, a dual wielding Aegislash, I don't think that we'll get a Mega form for it.
I mean, I will say, just to play devil's advocate, you do say that, but then Bisharp got one, and I thought or not a Mega Evolution, but an Evolution. I thought Bisharp was already perfect, you know?
No, it's not. Bisharp is fine because it doesn't have an extra form. It's the fact that Aegislash already has its form change gimmick that I feel if you gave it a Mega, it'd be a little too much.
Yeah, there's also not much you can do stat-wise to, like, justify it.
Oh, you know what would be rad? A Mega Hawlucha.
Yes.
Give us an actually competitively viable Hawlucha form. Dude.
It's insane this guy isn't competitively viable.
Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous. He's got like the only dual type move, and they did nothing with him. Oh, imagine a Mega Noivern. Oh, that'd be fun.
That would be cool. Can we give Mega Gumshoes? Because of the election coming up.
Oh my god, no!
Please,
No!
bring it back. Bring it back.
Hold on, Alola Pokedex.
Because like
I'm just
Alola,
gonna-
I want to say Alola and Galar on the table.
I feel like Alola and Galaxy. I don't think Paldea is.
Oh,
I
it's
can
not,
see
definitely
them
not.
maybe throwing in like one Paldea one, but I don't think it'll be a focus. Because like, remember during Gen 6 they gave like one Mega to Gen 5, and it was like the only Mega. Because like, keep in mind, at that point, Gen 5 Pokemon were still meta relevant. You know, because like a lot of them still are, but all the regular ones have kind of rotated out to being useless again.
Right.
Because like Audino was really like the only one that was like terrible. You know what I mean?
Right.
There are like some that were, but it was the only one that had like room to grow, I guess. You get what I'm saying.
Dude, I don't know what
She
they would
still
do.
didn't get much better, but you know.
I don't know what they would do with this, but Mega Beware. I just want to see him get even more crazy.
That'd be.
I
What would be like
it's either him or
abysmal?
Pangoro though, for sure.
Yeah, one or the other.
Yeah.
Here's the thing though, you know what would absolutely suck?
What?
Mega Toxapex. And I say this
What does
as
it
like
need it for?
The thing is, I love Toxapex, but I think that would be the most annoying thing of all time.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's not like it's just like, no, I love Toxapex. I just don't want to fight it. Oh, Mega Galisopod would go crazy.
I see that one sucks as well because I feel like it's a perfect design.
Yeah, I don't think there's much you could do more than. However, they could just do what they did with most megas and just make one body part much bigger.
Oh yeah. Mega.
You know what would be out of left? Oh, Ludicolo would be fun, but another grass type that'd be out of left field, Delmise.
Oh, that.
Imagine a Mega Delmise that's
he
like
becomes a
the
ship?
full pirate. Yeah, give him the full pirate ship. Give him the whole deal.
Oh my god. It's just a ghost ship.
I think that'd be fun.
He still has the anchor too.
Pretty cool.
He like still has the anchor. It's just now he has the ship.
Yeah, if you wanna take another crack at a legendary Mega, I think a Mega Zeraora would be nice.
Oh, and then okay.
I don't know what they'd really do with it, but I feel like he still doesn't have much going on.
I thought of another.
Give the guy a little boost.
I thought of another one that like I feel like if we don't have, it's just gonna be funny. Mega Kling Klang.
Oh my god, Kling Klang Klong.
Yeah. And like it's that Koro leak where it's just like a bunch of them like mixed together to form a giant like kaiju. All right, starters.
Okay, sure. So when it comes to starters, I have actual like a methodology I see with this, but do you want to take your shots first, because I have this pinned down to a science.
I was gonna say everyone does. I'm not gonna go through it because I feel like everyone's already heard it. TLDR, I think are like the best bets. It's going to be Piplup, Snivy, Scorbunny, easy.
I feel like a lot of people nailed it down to that, but I think at least the general twist of regions makes the most sense because I feel like I know what we're not getting. It's not going to be Kanto. It's not going to be Johto.
Mm-hmm.
I do not think it's going to be It definitely isn't going to be Alola. Or was it? I'm trying to remember the ones that already got stuff in Arceus. Yeah, it probably won't be Unova either.
I was gonna rule it out, but like if Snivy doesn't get something in this, like it's gonna be.
Oh no, I
wild.
feel like Snivy feels like. I think Snivy would make the most sense, but I also don't think they'll do a Unova starter twice in a row.
Yeah.
And if they do, I hope it's Emboar just because that's funnier.
But Emboar has nothing French related.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it'd be neat. Because keep in mind, the Pokemon they picked for
was there a theme? Was there a theme for Arceus?
There actually was. It was different types of weaponry.
Oh, okay.
Basically, Decidueye was like the bow and arrows at the time, and like also general samurai. Like a lot of them fell. Well, at least 2 of the 3 fell into the samurai ideology. Samurai was like swords and stuff, and like the whole crossroad killing thing.
Right. I didn't even know that.
And then Typhlosion was loosely guns. Like they couldn't obviously do guns, so they did sort of like spirit guns.
I was gonna say not like sorcery or like because I mean
it was kind of a representative of gunpowder. Also, what do you mean? What do you mean sorcery was like they actually had
like
evil wizard
like witches.
magic spells?
Yeah, like
the
witches.
Time of the samurai.
Come on, witches were definitely a thing. Come on.
I mean, yeah, but it was supposed to represent gunpowder.
That's a weird looking gunpowder.
Well, I mean, to be fair, it's the people who got shot and died. So, and the millions that died to gunfights.
Yeah, I guess that's fair.
Yeah, so I'm
Then
just
where's
looking at
the
this
spirit tomb? No, I'm kidding. I'm
I
kidding.
think what we will probably get is I'm thinking we get something from Galler and something debatably from Hoenn, probably something from Sinnoh. Because keep in mind, Sinnoh didn't actually get one in the last game. It was just Sinnoh based. Like, I see a lot of people throwing around Hoenn starters being possible, and I just think, because, like, that comes down to the case of, do they give the starter evolutions megas? If they do, it won't be Hoenn because they already have mega forms. You know what I'm saying?
It's a tough conversation. We have to wait till we like because they're going to introduce new Pokemon. If there's regional variants, then we like the list will expand. But until then, like we have to rule out Pokemon who have Mega Evolutions already.
Yeah, it's like we already know it won't be anything from Kanto or Kalos. I feel that's a complete shoo-in because they were starters in the original. So it's like because if they give us either of them, it will be only Kanto or only Kalos. You know what I mean?
Like, yeah, and as much as I want Snivy, it is tough because Gen 5 is the next for the remake treatment. They just had Oshawott and Arceus, but Snivy fits perfectly for this region. So either they're gonna
it's kind of funny because I feel like Unova almost has more going against it and just as much going for it than any other region getting one.
It's so weird because like it's gonna be weird because either it's gonna have to be based on something else related to like French, like maybe the Revolution. I don't know. Either that or like
La Resistance.
Either that or they just gonna say fuck it, we're gonna choose Snivy anyway because we don't like Tepig and we want to leave him alone.
Yeah, I feel like a Galar starter and a Sinnoh starter, I feel like are genuine shoo-ins. I don't see them not being there, which, like, there you go. You got Scorbunny and you got, Piplup.
Yeah.
But it's, like, that middle one, it's, like, because I can totally see them...
Meganium?
Meganium. I was gonna say, because the thing is, like, I feel like thematically, one of the Paldea starters could probably fit. They could easily make Quaxley fit instead of, you know,
it's too early
Piplup,
though.
it's too early. Exactly, it's way too early. Like, even if we get anything Gen 9 in this game, it's gonna be like one mega tossed off to the side in the post game. That's it. Just so they can keep marketing any Paldea Pokemon. But it's like I don't see them putting it in the starter group. You know, so I feel like one region gets overlap between both Legends games.
I know it's not in the notes, but which would you prefer the starters get? The megas or the region?
I think it very well could be both.
A regional variant that mega evolves?
Well, it wouldn't be the first time. Well, not for regional specifically, but keep in mind, every regional variant we have gotten in the past has either been an evolution only, or it has started at the base form and then gotten a new evolution at the end of it. Like, you know, Galarian Zigzagoon, for example. So I don't think they'd be above only making a mega for the regional form. Because then they don't have to feel guilty about one getting a mega over the other. Like, remember how Torchic weirdly got one before everybody else?
Yeah.
Remember?
I don't think they want a situation
repeating with that. It was because Torchic was like a special distribution mega only.
Well, I know that, but like, I mean, outside of promoting Auras, like what? I mean, same with Latios and Latias. Not that they were like distributed, but they were in the code. Like that was wild.
Yeah, it's a case specifically where it's like they already knew what they were doing next. It wasn't really a secret per se.
Yeah.
So it was more like a teaser, but I think they would probably like to avoid that again.
Yeah, it'd be cool to go back to those days.
My theory is that we will get regional forms that mega evolve. That is my guess.
It would be cool to go back to those days where it's like, now we know what's happening next year.
Yeah, exactly.
No, but I want my surprise. I do want my surprise.
Yeah. I honestly hope that if they do them and they reveal the starters, they better do what they did last time and just not show us the final forms. Because that was so cool for the first time seeing Hisuian Decidueye. Like, actually evolved. I was like, that was the coolest I've ever seen. Like, actually seeing the starter evolution for the first time in real time. So cool, especially considering your video spoiled me on Skeledirge, but that's neither here nor there.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. I'm not messing with you. You didn't even show it in the video. It was just in your party menu, and I was like, "What the fuck is that?"
At least it was just like a pixel. It was like a pixel
art. You didn't even show it on screen. You didn't even show it on screen. It was just like a. yo, who is that? You know what
Who
I'm
are
saying?
you?
It was like,
Why are you red?
why are you on all fours?
Oh man.
No, wait, no, you can literally just say, why are you white? Because
Yeah.
to be fair, he is.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? Shoot. Yeah, it's hard not to get spoiled. Like I blame Pokemon Company. I know this stuff gets leaked, but they gotta please encrypt it. Please, Fortnite knows how to do this. Please just encrypt it. Like make it harder for the leakers. You know, like.
Release the physical 3 days late.
Is that too much to ask? I don't know. I would love to not be spoiled, but it's impossible as a terminally online person.
Yeah. The worst part is that, like, now that I'm a PokeTuber, I'm financially obligated to cover leaks, and I won't be anyway because I'm just goated like that. But no!
I will say it was fun seeing Typhlosion. Everyone's like, "What the fuck is this?" Because they had no flames.
It's hilarious because dude became chill like that. You know what I'm saying?
Bro is on something.
It's so funny, dude. I just want to talk about this because I don't really have a spot elsewhere to talk about this. You look at the Legends RC stars. It's like Decidueye is like, "Nah, I'm a fighting type. I'll kick your fucking ass." Like Samurot's like, "I'm a dark type now. I'll straight up kill you." Shut up, Buzz. I'll kill you. Yeah. And then you have Cyndaquil's like, I didn't know he was chill like that. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't know bro got high in the olden days. Like
I got busted by the cops and I got high. You know what I'm saying? It's right. Like, people have been asking me because of what your starter says about you. I keep meaning to do an addendum video for the Hisuian starters because I straight up forgot to include them last time. I was gonna say it's just the same thing but chill. I didn't know bro was chill like that. I hope that this game starter selection has like 2 very serious ones, then just one that's just kind of like silly. You know what I mean?
I want to see googly eyes popping out of the Piplup when it fully evolves.
I was gonna say, I think if out of the selected trio, I think it would be absolutely funniest to have Piplup go from the serious evolution to the funny one. Because imagine instead of being like, well, it was like, yeah, it's Napoleon where he's like sharp and he's got like a trident horn and all that. What if they just made him short?
What if they made him
like a bitch?
What if they like exaggerated the concept of Napoleon and like made it like comedic? You know.
What if they give him a gun?
Okay.
The evolution is Prinplup, but they give him like an AR-16 or something.
It's like the razor shell for Oshawott, just more.
Yo, Power World got competition.
Italion did it too. Guns aren't off the table.
Italion did it too. Yeah, guns aren't off the table specifically for water Pokemon. Actually, I think there's more audience like examples of water Pokemon with guns than steel, which is honestly kind of funny.
That is hilarious. Yeah, I mean the idea of making like a water-based projectile, like it's a good idea. It's there.
Yeah, it's almost like water gun has been a move since Gen 1.
So true.
Who could have guessed?
Anyway, I hate to cut this short.
Last choice of cannons.
Yeah. Let's hope he actually aims out of them. Well, actually, no, the Indigo Disc did fix that, but...
Yeah, they did. They tried.
Anyway, I got
tired of people complaining.
Yeah, I don't mean to cut this short, but I am in pain. I want to go to sleep because I do have work in the morning.
Okay.
Daylight savings.
Do you want to do the outro real quick, or do you want me to do it?
Sure thing. Hi, guys. Thanks for... watching till the end. Be sure to like the funny like button and comment down below. Kind of your attendance record, right? I'm gonna start doing that now. Omni does it in his videos.
I'm keeping track now.
The attendance record.
On you, boy.
Yeah, I see you all avoiding it. So yeah, be sure to do those. If you're on Spotify, give us a 5-star. And yeah, closing thoughts, Mystic.
Closing thoughts is that if you're making a comment, you should do the comment of the day. What is your prediction for the 3 starters for Legends Z-A?
There you go.
Also, don't forget to rate 5 stars on Spotify and, I don't know.
I forgot to do question of the day.
Yeah, I remembered.
Yeah.
Because I'm that guy. I remembered.
Thank you for being that guy. Alrighty, I gotta go.
Don't worry, broski. I got you. All right, thanks for watching, y'all.
Bye-bye.